Hey lads, it's quite a few times now I've seen on Facebook sites and some of the forums, guys not 100% sure how to adjust the clutch. They know about the handlebar, but what about down in the clutch itself? So that's what we're going to do. We'll explain how to adjust the clutch at the clutch. So bring it down, try and zoom in a bit. No. Anyway, this is the mechanism here. So that's basically adjusted right. We'll unadjust it. So what will happen is if we take it out and we give it a lot of room, that's where quite often you'll get, when you go to put it in gear and it clunks and bangs and crashes, or you won't get it into gear because the end of this nut is a small push rod that goes into the plate that holds your spring pack, clutch pack together, and inside that there's 3 ball bearings, and they sit in pockets, and in the pocket, coming out of the pocket, they come up a ramp. So if you've got it adjusted right, that's nice and firm. Your ball bearing is sitting in the bottom of the ramp, so as soon as you start moving, it starts pushing. So by the time you get it around to here, where your clutch lever is hard against your handlebar, your spring pack is way loose and doing what it's supposed to do. So we'll go through. So what we need is you need to roll this, move the bolt, if you want to call it a bolt, move that in until it basically doesn't move, the bolt itself doesn't move. You'll feel it contact, you'll just feel it suddenly catch inside. So that's basically where you want to go. And if you sit there and look at it, you'll see it move. So you can move it, you can, that's this movement here is the plate on the square section on the bolt there. So if you were to do that up the littlest bit, you would just have the bolt moving. You would just have the bolt moving that little bit. So from there, we need to move this between 1/4 and 1/3 out, which is not very far. And that will give you the movement, because you can actually see that, the tiniest little bit of movement, so that you know the clutch pack is shut, all your springs are hard, holding everything tight, and that there's no actual weight on your mechanism. So put your spanner on, put your screwdriver out in the bolt, and then do your nut up. You haven't got to do it tight. And that's it. And then you go through and you put your clutch cable back in. Most of the time you've got to take once you've done that, you've kind of got to take the bolt out of your handle, your clutch lever, so that you can get this eye in there once all your cables hooked into your levers, then you put your lever back in, drop your bolt down through your lever. But that's how you adjust your clutch at the clutch.